Hey guys, sadly I haven't been able to play that much recently. That coupled with, having games where it didn't really matter that much what I did. I just drew Freewood versus Altergeist, or my opponent drew Soul Charge way too many times. It was Stomp, basically. Uh, the games that I did have, a lot of back and forth, and there was a lot of learning. The replays did not work. So I'm gonna show you a replay that's mediocre. I make a lot of mistakes. My opponent does make some mistakes as well, but I think there are some things to be learned in that replay. I actually don't play this version of the deck. I played with three kaijus in the main deck, and then I play with Curious and Underclock instead of Sorceress and Reproducus. I'm actually testing Sorcerer and Reproducus because, as you know, Rhino BA, or like Tour Guide, and two extenders is Curious and Beatrice. But with only one extender, I can actually make Summon Sorceress and a Beatrice with a Farfa, which is sort of the same result, as, or at least I should say it's the same amount of interaction, but it's easier to do. It's just worse going second. I think it's a little bit less versatile, so I want to test it. And yep, the replay is against Danger Thunder. I win the die roll, but because I'm maining kaijus, I choose to blind second. Now, I chose this replay because I think it shows how important it is to go first blindly. Even against decks like this, going first just gives you so set up to get more advantage. Like if they are not able to play through your board, you just win. So yeah, he does. Well, I don't want to say standard stuff because it's Danger Thunder Dragon. So his end board is a little bit weaker than standard Thunder Dragon. But if you haven't noticed, he milled Snow with one of the dangers. It's pretty good. So yeah, right now I have Gameciel to deal with the Thunder Dragon Titan. I know that he has a matrix in hand. Uh, can see here, but yeah. Oh yeah. If I hover here, I know that it's matrix. It's pretty cool. Didn't know that you could do that in replays. And yeah, we have a, a way through easily played to easily play through his negates, right? He only has one interaction through Titan and another one through Snow, and we have more than enough plays. So yeah, basically Gameciel and Titan, and then we try to make Dante, which is just gonna be stopped by Snow. Pretty standard stuff. I would usually just lose right here if it weren't for the Summon Sorcerer. So don't get used to the fact that I could just win here. Normally against Thunder Dragon, this is not pointing. This is not a monster that's pointing here. This is gonna be another Colossus. So yeah, I would have just lost here usually because he just snows the Dante. Anyways, I actually summoned Skarm pretty badly because it's now blocking the down arrow pointing here. I do not run any monsters that point to the sides, except for, Curious, but she's kind of hard to make. And that actually makes me tilt in a way because I made such a stupid mistake, and you're just gonna notice that I could just win right here. I have access to, you know, the Jossie play, and I actually got the best discard from Jackalope and drew Tour Guide, and I haven't even normal summoned. This should be game right here, but I made way too many mistakes. Like this right here is it's pretty much game. I could just do Underclock, make one of the monsters zero attack, and yeah, and just attack through them with Whirl Sword. But oh well, I do not do that. I choose to do some stupid stuff. I can't remember the board I end up making. Something like this. Yeah, and this is basically not game. It's a lot of damage, though. I do put up some pressure. But yeah, it's not nearly enough to win due to snow. And I also lose the Beatrice, the Beatrice effect because of the snow. I could have made Curious instead of Beatrice, so the snow would punch through. But like I said, I played this game really badly. There were a lot of ways I could have done this, with the whole Boral Sword and Underclock doing a lot of damage. The Curious milling the snow, whatever. But I just don't do any of that, and he actually punches through my board with his own Jassy, and he actually, plays like he should have, like I should have. And yep, pretty basic replay. Oh, it actually does Borolo. Yeah, which is even better because he gets the Beatrice effect. Yep, pretty standard stuff, and I just lose right here because I won't get the Scarm effect. Anyways, yep, that's pretty much it. A game that should have been won because he's playing the wrong deck, so to speak. It's actually not one. Anyways, I choose to go first because, like I said, Snow is one of the best counters of this deck, and I don't think it's just gonna make that Summon Sorcerer mistake again of just leaving me with another zone that I can summon Dante into. And now I have this hand right here, which is pretty bad, but it's not the worst thing. I'm obviously forced to Dante with Rhino instead of Tour Guide because of the Ash. I just lose. And yeah, actually, thinking about it, in a little bit of retrospect, if we had Ash, it would be pretty bad anyways, because he could stop the graph, but at the same time, I got lucky with the whole graph being milled and Rhino being able to chain block it. So I'm pretty sure my play was correct, but in hands where a single Ash can stop you, it could be correct to just Tour Guide and try it anyways. Anyways, yeah, here comes the standard Burning Abyss play. I usually like to make Phoenix and then Mermaid, but I cut Mermaid for the Curious. The thing is, Mermaid does come up way more often than Curious does, but she's more high impact. And that was sort of my logic behind doing that, and it's been okay. There are a lot of times where I miss Mermaid, but I do still win those games. Whereas, as long as I win one every 20 games because I've had Curious, I think overall it's gonna be better. Anyways, yeah, I make the standard Beatrice play, but right now I'm kind of lucky and I'm have a Hydrolander, so I have 2 interactions for his turn. And yeah, turns out the combo decks cannot play around that many interactions this format unless they open really well. Anyways, I do the Snow, he makes the Unicorn, and I change Hydrolander because I think he targeted the Hydrolander, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, he targeted the Hydrolander, so yep, I think it resolves. Now, whoa, okay, sorry for that. What I basically did there with the Hydrolander is that I chose one of his face downs, the face downs that he set before he made the Unicorn and the whole danger thing. So there was a huge chance that one of those face downs was like Soul Charge or something along those lines. And since I changed the Hydrolander and targeted one of those face downs, he's pretty much locked out of it. I did not target the Unicorn because Unicorn is a Link 3, and Link 3s are useless after they come out. The threatening Link 4s are Borreload and Boral Sword, and those are made easier with a Link 2. Link 3s do nothing to bring them out. They're just like a link one. So taking the small risk, which wasn't a risk after all, of targeting one of the face downs with Highlander actually came up, and he just surrendered because I probably hit the soul charge or something along those lines, and he had no other extensions. Maybe he had one monster, but I did have snow. Sorry for fast forwarding through that. I forgot that he immediately surrendered. So anyways, he chooses to go first since it's really hard to play through snow, and desires. I don't know. He does sort of the same thing that he did game one. Just gonna fast forward through this. I get really lucky that he discards Call by the Grave, because yeah, so you guys know it's such a powerful card. Curious for the snow, and makes a pretty standard board, I'd say. I don't know. I don't see this deck that often. Anyways, Colossus is pretty bad against Burning Abyss anyways. But he actually got lucky due to me drawing Turret Chop. I make a small mistake here because I do not special summon the Turret Chop blindly, or at least before I summoned the Gallus. I did not know why. I'm sure that had a reason. Maybe I was testing the waters with Gallus. I really cannot remember why I did not summon Turret Chop. Yeah, I really can't. Anyways, Gallus punches through. I get really lucky in Middle Livic, so I can summon the Kalkap. And I think he snows here. Nah, he doesn't, so I decide to go for the Cerberus. Cerberus will let me draw a card and put snow in the graveyard. And now I'm forced, if I'm not mistaken, to normal summon the Turret Chop. Now the normal summoning of Turret Chop, could have been avoided if it just special summoned it before, but whatever. I go into Unicorn, if I'm not mistaken, to get rid of the Colossus, and I decide to go for Highlander. Now I see that he only has one card left in his hand, and Mathematician triggers when destroyed by battle, not by card effect. So I decide to use the Highlander effect to pop the Mathematician, if it triggers, which it does. I'm pretty lucky, and I get really salty, but not salty, but like, it's a shame because if I'd been able to summon Dante, this grab would have been game. But anyways, I destroyed the Mathematician, and I decide not to attack just so he doesn't get the Thunder Dragon Fusion back. But I later realized that I don't think he had any good charges other than Colossus to summon with the Thunder Dragon Fusion, which might have been a mistake not to attack. Other than that, I decided that I'm just gonna play the grind game instead of going for damage, because right now on his turn he's gonna have only 2 unknown cards and snow to make plays. Like I said with the Link 3s, this counts only as Link 1 towards Warlord and Boral Sword, and I have a lot of interactions. I have Highlander, I have Diddy Crow, and I have Fairy Tail Snow. So yeah, I'm pretty lucky with, or not lucky, but what's the word? I'm pretty satisfied with my position. So I just decide to pass and not trigger the Curious, because if he wants to trigger the Curious, he would have to give up his Fatal Phase, which means no Borolo, no Boral Sword. The Graph does, get me Skarm, and Skarm will get me, if I'm not mistaken, Jurgat. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with how things seem to be turning out, and I decide to play slow. He does make a really good play, which is knowing on the end phase to put my Highlander face down. This makes me lose one piece of interaction, very powerful non-destruction, non-target removal that mills 3 as cost, but I still have the what I think is the better interruption, which is Snow. So yeah, he gets to draw 2 cards due to the Drawing Hawk, and like I said, he now has 2 cards to try to kill me before I Tour Guide into game. He has the Strudo, but I have the DD Crow for that. Decided to DD Crow the Strudo because, if I'm not mistaken, my logic was that Snow is more versatile, it hits more things, while the Strudo can only hit Snow or the other Strudo. So Crow could have been good for Snow, but yeah, I don't know. My logic was just telling me to hit the Strudo right there. So I'm not forced to go into the Snow. He has the Sires. Now that I think of it, actually, the Snow could have been better because then he doesn't know I have a piece of interaction in hand, and he could overextend. But yeah, I just want you guys can comment on it. You know, see was it good to Crow there, or was it better to Snow? Yeah, just go into the comments and see. Anyways, he actually does the Dragon Roar get the fusion back, but he then says that he doesn't want to do that. Like, never mind, I'm fine with it. And yeah, basically he gets Thunder Dragon fusion. With the Thunder Dragon fusion, he gets Drawing Hog into Thunder Dragon. Then he gets Colossus. Now, he actually gets a Dragon Duo in hand, which is kind of icky, so to speak. I'm gonna be forced to Snow this, if anything, and he goes straight into the battle phase. Snow kills my thing, then Curious, and like I said, I'm kind of forced to use Snow on Dragon Duo anyways. I do not lose that many life points anyways, but yeah, the advantage that he would have gotten with Dragon Duo was way too much for me, so I'm pretty happy with the Snow effect right there. He sets 1, which I read as Called by the Grave, and he passes. Yeah, because I haven't seen Impermanence anywhere in these 3 games, and he's discarded a lot. So yeah, it was pretty safe to say that that was a Call by the Grave. Anyways, it's not a Call by the Grave, it's actually Summon Limit, which I haven't seen in years, which is really good in this position, to be honest. That was a really good top deck. Anyways, I do have Second Slight, which is pretty good, but I do not realize that you cannot activate Second Slight with Second Slight in the graveyard. Well, I know that, but I haven't realized I have a Second Slight in the graveyard. And anyways, when I go see my graveyard and I see the other Second Slight, I just realized that I made an illegal play, and I have to go back. Anyways, the only play I hear is to, well, 2 plays. To Second Slight and to get something else, or to first Tour Guide, you know, do the and try to survive with whatever Tour Guide summons. Like Seer can then summon Graph will summon Farfa can banish anything. And actually I decided that since I cannot push, it could be a good idea to just try looking for something else. Try looking for whatever hand trap I can get, and maybe just maybe just wait. So I actually get really lucky and get a hand trap. Then I do Second Slight, try to get more hand traps. I get really lucky again and get the DD Crown. Now I'm in that position that I wanted to be, where I have the hand traps. Skarm sadly won't be much use due to Colossus, but my plan anyways is to Snow on the end phase, so I can then Destrudo on my turn, and Destrudo and Snow will go into Jossie. That is 2 summons, and Jossie will destroy the summon limit. That is sort of my plan over here. and it's gonna be very easy to do due to my hand traps. He's not gonna be able to develop any further thanks to them. So I'm pretty happy with how things are gonna be turning out. I think I decided to set Skarm if I'm not mistaken. Well, actually, oh yeah, I summoned Skarm, of course, to kill a Dragon Duo. And the logic behind this is that since I have to Snow on his end phase anyways, I will book Colossus, and then I will get the Skarm Search. The thing is that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 cards that I can discard, that I can banish with Snow, and I will still have the Skarm Search, the Destrudo, and of course the Snow that I cannot banish for its own effect. Anyways, I do kill the Dragon Duo, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how things are turning out. He has another Destrudo, sadly, and I can't remember if I'm forced to Snow here. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I just let him play, because I know that I can stop the Jossie with Ash. Jossie. Oh, he actually does not trigger Jossie. Oh yeah, he probably banished the Merrimere. So, anyways, he attacks with Curious, Jossie, and Colossus. And right now, I know that I've won the game. Because everything went according to plan. And yeah, in the end phase, I'm just able to Snow. Actually, I think right here I'm kind of thinking of what to banish with Snow, because I did not want to banish both cards in my hand. Yeah, I decided to keep the DD Crow for the Fairy Tail Snow, because he did get rid of it. He did get sent into a graveyard. I did not I did not plan for it. Well, I did not plan for it, but luckily I did draw the DD Crow to stop the Snow. So yeah, I am forced to keep the DD Crow, book Colossus, and just win right here. Yeah, everything goes according to plan. I don't think there's much to comment on this. I was very, very lucky to draw the 2 hand traps, but it did go. It was. I don't want to say it was part of the plan, because that kind of sounds like I decided to draw them, but the decision behind using Light of Sekka on that tour guide was to simply try to get those hand traps so I can punch through the Jossie. Anyways, yep, that's pretty much it. This is just one Boral Sword attack wins, and that's game. So, yep, if you guys like the replay, remember to, like, whatever, but remember to do your own replays. Like, just comment on your replay, get it to YouTube, link the thing in the comments, and we can all see, what you did, and comment on mistakes and stuff, because I actually learn a lot from other comments, and I learn a lot from doing this replay. So just go ahead and do them yourselves. It's so easy. You don't need to know anything about editing, and yeah, just have the not the courage, but definitely just do it, and just do it.